Living without any clear purpose or meaning in your life could be the reason you lack happiness or motivation for anything. A month ago, I went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out the meaning of life. It was consuming every hour of my day, and it was depressing. I almost concluded that nihilism, which is the belief that nothing, including the whole universe, has any intrinsic value or meaning, was the truth. That belief at first seems freeing, and it's easy to understand. But to believe that nothing has no meaning at all is to believe that everything we do in life, no matter how big of an accomplishment, holds no value at all. How depressing does that sound? The more I delved deeper into this belief, the more I just couldn't accept it. During this time, I did nothing productive. My university work wasn't getting completed. I wasn't going outside or talking to friends or family. I was isolated in my room, trying to grasp the idea that everything is nothing in the sense of infinity. Now that I look back, I realize that in order to be productive, we must first have a true desire and meaning to do so. In order to be happy, you must first find purpose. I found that my brain figured out subtle ways to cope with this so-called meaningless life, although I didn't realize at the time it was a coping mechanism. My first coping mechanism was trying to make everyone happy. I realized that once I found a meaning or purpose or philosophy on how I should live life, which was to make everyone feel happy or good about themselves because they are also going through this weird concept of life, my mind was able to accept that now I have meaning. Although in the infinity of time, this has no meaning at all. But in the time of now, it has all the meaning in the universe. Because of course the past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist right now. Only the present exists. After this, I started to care about my life again. I was able to focus on my work and my relationships got better. I then found out about people having experiences after death and coming back to life and telling everyone what happened. And that made me believe there's something out there for us. Something out there. Now, I believe there is meaning. We find relief and comfort at the thought of life after death. And throughout the hundreds of thousands of years we humans have been on this earth, we have had religions and worshippings of God, so who knows? It might be a God after all. Having this increase in meaning gives me a sense of purpose and happiness, and although it may not be true, it's the thought that it might be true that helps me keep going. If you fully understand what I'm saying, it makes sense to say that you are not a lazy person. No one's lazy. Lazy just shouldn't be a word. You just lack purpose. You lack desire to do anything. If you believe that nothing holds meaning, then of course you are going to fall into the quick dopamine trap. Of course you're going to sleep in every morning. And of course you're going to do nothing valuable or productive. What value or sense is there doing hard things if there's no reason to do so? Of course, we all know that hard things release a better, more satisfying release of dopamine. But why not just scroll on your phone for an hour and get an even bigger dopamine release without any effort at all, if there's no inherent meaning in your life? So the big question of this video is, what are the steps you can take to find meaning and purpose in your life? The first bit of advice I'd give you is to try and understand why we are living and what your view is on the meaning of human life. Ask questions like, what do you believe happens when you die? Who do you love and care for? Who do you want to impress? Why do you want to improve your life? Why did you have an urge to click on this video? Then focus on what makes you happy when you don't have your phone or Netflix, when there's no distraction. Mine is reading fictional books and playing video games with a story. Find things you can do that will make your day fun, but not overstimulating. Now, I want you to realize that you are more than just your phone and the movies you watch. You can make something. Be creative. Show yourself in the world what you can do. These steps in itself will give your life meaning. It is all about filling in the gaps. Be rational with yourself. Stop consuming and start creating.